What's up? This is Kat. Welcome to the Point Boutique YouTube channel. On here we talk about buying and selling fashion, so if that is something that is of interest to you, then please subscribe, like this video, and hit that bell icon, and YouTube will tell you when we upload our next video. We tend to upload on Fridays with other additional videos from time to time throughout the week. So, let's get started. So today we are talking about Rent the Runway Unlimited and my top 5 tips to make the most of the service. I really have enjoyed Rent the Runway Unlimited. It has made it possible for me to expand my closet, try some things that I wouldn't normally try, and get to wear elevated brands that otherwise are quite expensive. So those are some of my reasons for signing up, and I know that you might have completely different reasons for signing up. If you do, leave them in the comments because I'm interested about it and I would love to talk about that in the future as well. But I have been very pleased with the service, but some things that I've been trying to really optimize with the service for my purposes are the cost per wear of the items. So how much use am I actually getting out of the items? How many items am I getting per month? And the turnaround time of sending items back and getting items can really impact how much use you're actually getting out of the clothes. And for me, it's a big part of my decision-making process as to how long I want to remain a member of the service. Because if it starts to, if the cost per wear starts to get above a certain number, that no longer works with me. I think that I could budget my money better and still end up with new clothes and more interesting items to wear. So at this point that hasn't happened. The reason being these 5 hacks. So let's get to them. So my first tip is to rent items that make sense with your lifestyle. I'm pretty adventurous with clothes, I guess, in some ways in terms of color and print and that kind of thing, but I do like certain silhouettes quite a bit, and my life, I do a bunch of different things, but it doesn't change that much, honestly, from month to month. And I have had to be realistic about those facts as I have been favoriting items and then getting them shipped to me. Because if I get shipped something that I literally have nowhere to wear, then that's really impacting the bottom line of my rental experience. So it can be easy, I think, to get onto the app and get tempted by especially like cocktail dresses or fun date night wear. I know that they are really working on expanding their like clubbing selections and their casual selections. And honestly, I don't wear a lot of casual clothes and I don't go out like that at night very much. I actually work a lot at night because I work at a theater, and so I am performing in a show, and sometimes they tell me what to wear, so it's not like I need clothes for that. So that's the thing with my life, and you probably have things like this too. You might have a dress code at your office, or it might be cold if you are in school, or if you are in an office. It might be hot if you work outside, or if you have to travel between places, if you have meetings, or if you deliver things. These are all things to be very clear about as you're actually picking out items. There's no harm in bookmarking things for a future event. Say, like, maybe you don't even have a wedding to go to, but somebody's gonna get married eventually, and you might want to rent an outfit for that. So it'll be good to have that bookmarked. But it doesn't make a ton of sense to get a bunch of cocktail dresses if you have 0 cocktail parties to go to. And I know this sounds obvious, but it is tempting. You see these beautiful things and you start to think, like, how can I work that into my life? Where can I go to wear this? And if you can find somewhere to go to wear that and that isn't blowing your budget accidentally in that way, then maybe you're still being smart with your clothing budget, but it is something to watch out for. So find clothes that fit into your actual life, the one that you're actually living now. so that you can actually wear the item. So my next tip, and this I've actually done a full video on, you want to optimize the number of shipments that you are getting. So my number one Rent the Runway hack is a standalone video. I will link that below so that you can get more information about that. But whether that works for you or not, you should figure out a way to send back the clothes as quickly as possible and get as many clothes as possible. Or end up with clothes that you can wear a bunch of times and keep those while still sending the others back. So the thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to end up with a bunch of Rent the Runway items in your closet waiting to be sent out until you wear the last one. So as soon as you wear them, you should be sending them back, because as soon as they get them, they'll send you more. And there are a few ways to end up with multiple shipments, like multiple garment bags throughout the month, and that is what my other video is about. So as I said, I will link that below so you can watch the details about that, because I'm very pleased with the way that I did it. Basically, I bought an item and then I got an additional shipment. But there are other ways you can do it without buying an item as well. But whatever works for you, you should be shipping things back as soon as you're done with them, picking things out, and you should not have items sitting around that you've already worn and are done with. As soon as you're done with it, it goes back to the warehouse. The longer it sits with you, the longer you pay for a thing you are not using. Additionally, if you are feeling hung up on taking it to the UPS store to drop it off, figure out a way to make that easier. Maybe you can combine it with other errands. The more items you can get, the better you can optimize your experience and really get a good deal for your money. My next tip is to use items that are double duty items. So as I said before, you should be picking things out that fit into your lifestyle, but hopefully your lifestyle isn't just sitting in a cubicle. Hopefully you go do other things. But generally in our lives, we do multiple things. So for example, I do wear clothes to work, which is excellent. Everyone's happy for me. But I wear clothes to work that are cute and they express my style, and they're the same kinds of things that I would want to wear out to dinner with my boyfriend. So I like to find items that I will be able to wear once during the week to work, and then maybe on the weekend to a brunch or to go hang out with my parents. You're not even in charge of cleaning them, so you might as well wear them a couple times, right? So finding items that will do double duty within that week. And sometimes this comes down to what you pick for that week more so than what you pick overall. So I will have different collections of things that I know I would want to wear to work. And then I might have another collection of favorites for date night items. And when I have put it on both of those boards and I know that it overlaps, sometimes I will actually add that to another board, like a pick me next board. And that way, when it comes time to pick the next items for the shipment, I am choosing from a smaller pool of items that I know will be useful for that time period. So if I know that I have a specific event coming up, especially like a friend's having a cocktail party, I can pick out a dress that I know will work for that cocktail party, but I can also wear that Monday to work and then get a couple uses out of it, which is awesome. It does increase my use of the items, it decreases my cost per wear, and it also does decrease wear and tear on my own personal items that I own as well. So in all of those ways, I feel like that's a win. So my next tip is to rent basics or everyday use items. So this is a great one if you're focused on cost per wear, if you really want to optimize the amount of overall use that you're getting from your subscription. Items that I have found that are quite good for this are handbags. I do carry a purse with me every single day, everywhere I go. And so renting a handbag has been an awesome option for me. I can carry it for 2 weeks which I love it and I get excited about it and it's wonderful to carry. I have gotten so many compliments on the ones that I've carried as well, which is fun and interesting. Finding something like a black pair of pants or a blazer could also be a wonderful option. Sweaters would be good, and other things like button-up shirts could also be awesome. You could wear them multiple times during your rental. So if you kept them for a week or two, something like a blazer could be worn multiple times before anyone notices that it's the same blazer. And if you don't care that people notice you're wearing the same blazer, go for it and just wear it every single day for 5 days in a row. And then that's an awesome way to optimize that. But things like that, basics and staples, you're going to be able to use them in so many different outfits that if you keep it for a week and a half, you can probably get it into 4 or 5 outfits seamlessly with stuff you already own. And so keep your eye out for items that kind of fit the bill for that, and that will really help how much use you're getting out of your rental as well. So my final tip is to familiarize yourself with the brands before you rent them. And if you've watched some of my Rent the Runway review videos, you can see that within any given month, I end up with a couple to a few items that I can't wear. And that wouldn't happen, I don't think, if I were more familiar with those brands and the sizing. A great way to do this would be to go to a department store and try on items that are somewhat similar to the kinds of things that Rent the Runway has. So if you're looking at dresses, go try on dresses in that brand. See what size you wear, because there's nothing worse than getting a really cute item from Rent the Runway and not being able to wear it because it's noticeably too large or too small to comfortably fit into. And since you're getting an item that is not yours, you can't tailor it, you can't necessarily fix those things, you want to find the best possible option. So if there are styles or fits that just aren't going to work for you, it may not make the most sense to rent them. Make sure that you're setting yourself up for success as much as you possibly can. Be realistic about what size might work, and I would always err on the side of getting something larger because you can alter it a little bit to make it fit, rather than simply not being able to fit into something that is too short, too tight, whatever. And that's just no fun, and this is supposed to be fun and helpful and streamline your life. So if it's not doing that, then it's not doing that. So don't let it not do that. Those are my tips for you today. So please check us out next week. And also, if you've never tried Rent the Runway, I do have a coupon code in the description box below. So check out that coupon code. You can get $30 off of your first Rent the Runway order, and you could try it out. Leave us a comment below if you have other ideas on how to optimize Rent the Runway Unlimited, or if you are getting your first Rent the Runway item ever using that coupon. Come back and leave a comment and let us know how that went as well. And we can all learn from it and get better at renting the runway. So we'll see you next week. Bye. And as always, if you are interested in some cute shoes, come check out my boutique at www.shoppointboutique.com.